just bought at the market. Um, we had two good bull bars right here, and I was considering buying the close, but I thought I'd maybe want to see a follow through bar, or maybe buy lower on a pullback, especially because we were at this lower high. But I thought these two bars are strong enough that we're probably always in long, and it might be worth it to just exit to enter two shares, which I just did. So only risking $6 to down here. And then if we do get a pullback, I can buy more. But I do think we'll get a second leg up from this, despite being at this lower high. So either we continue higher now, which I think is less likely because of the lower high, but I think there'll be buyers below here, either below the bar with a limit order or on a high one or high two. So I thought it was worth it to enter small size to see if we just continue higher, and then manage the trade if we get a pullback. If we get a measure move up from these two bodies, it would take us up to the open of the week, which I think is reasonable for today. So there's this lower high and the open of the week slightly higher. So if we do get a swing out of it, that's a reasonable target. I just took the whole thing off there. Accelerated up and tested the high of the sell climax here. And I probably would have waited for the targets if it went up a little bit more slowly, but it just accelerated so quickly that I don't know. That was my instinct in the moment to just take it, because it really ran up very quickly. So Al calls those kinds of situations a gift, but I think he usually calls those gifts when they're late in a trend. This is really late in a trend. So I don't know if I'd classify it as that. It's more of just me wanting to take the trade off, and I knew that 325.07 was a dollar profit, and as we raced up past that and got to this sell climax, I thought, let me just take half off. But half off is one share, so I just closed the entire position off. It looks like I would consider that lucky probably, because we just sold off pretty hard. But we made $2 on it, $2.19. I bought the close of that third consecutive bull bar. I know I'm buying high. It's a double bottom bull flag and a breakout, but I am buying high in a trading range, at least to this trading range here. We're also at the open of the week right here at 325.86. I don't know. I don't know how to balance these. Like I didn't know if this was a valid buy, because it wasn't a clean double bottom and a good signal bar because it went above the prior bar. So I didn't think that was a buy. And then we got a strong breakout here, but this is a tight channel, so it's a strong breakout, but better to wait for a pullback in a high one. And then we got good follow through as well, but then the follow through brought me to the top of the double bottom bull flag and up to resistance. So I don't know. I always have a tough time with these ones. So I bought small up here and waiting for a pullback to buy more above, maybe a high one or high two. But this is something that happens often for me. I really struggle with these. I just don't know where to buy. I don't know if I buy the limit order below this bar, or if I buy the second breakout bar. I just have a tough time with these. That's a pretty strong bear bar down. So I'd have to wait for a high two, probably second entry buy, or micro double bottom of some kind. So this is what I mean. Like, I bought the high tick. I mean, I can look to the left now and say this is a high one buy, and there are a lot of trap bulls here. So we get back up there and everyone sells out. That's probably true, but there's so many of these double bottom bull flags that I miss, because I missed the entry down here because it doesn't look good, and then we get a really strong breakout, but then it's at the top of the double bottom bull flag, and then it's too high, and so I don't buy it, and then it just accelerates up without me. I need to find some kind of systematic way to enter these. I could just always wait for a pullback, and that way, if it goes without me, I just miss it. But from what I've been seeing, a lot of them go without me. A lot of them would go without me, and so I'm thinking there must be a way to find a good balance. This might be it, that you buy high with small size and you buy more lower, but I just don't feel comfortable in these. So I have to find something that I do feel comfortable with. And if this is the way to do it, then I'll learn to accept it and be comfortable with it. But right now, I just don't know how to enter these ones. So this is September 9th. Similar situation. Potential final flag, breakout, and then pull back to a double bottom low flag. No real reason to enter in terms of the buy signal bar. Then we got a breakout and follow through. But after a final flag, might get 2 legs down. So now I'm buying high in the double bottom low flag. So do I buy above this bar? It's a high one, but it's at the top. So like I just don't know. I don't know how to manage these or how to even enter them. And there's this one on August 27th. So we opened up here, got a double bottom bull flag. This is a lot more trading rangey because it's a lot of big up, big down. So it's a little bit more clear to not do it, but I did buy up here on that day. And that's why I'm kind of saying that I'm struggling, because on this day we had 3 consecutive good bull bars, and I bought that. And I knew I was buying high in the trading range, which is why I exited right away. But I don't know. Like here, it's a little bit more clear. Here I was like, okay, I should have bought this bar because it's a double bottom, micro double bottom at this low. And this bar did not go above there. So it's actually a very clean outside or buy signal. I think that's a good buy. So, and then this one has a clean exit too, because if you do make the mistake of entering here, you get a second entry sell. You get a sell and then a pullback and a second entry sell. But here we did get a high one buy, but because it's so trading rangey, I can accept that it's a little less clear. Today, or even in the other examples I've showed, but also today, I mean, it's in an overall trading range, but today it's just been a bull trend. And again, I bought up here and there was no real chance to exit with a second entry sell. So I think we'll get back up there, but I'm just frustrated by the lack of clarity for how I want to enter these. This one, it was a second entry buy technically, and a good bull bar down here, but it didn't even get down here. So I don't know. Maybe I just have to enter these and use a wide stop, like buy down here and use a wide stop, so that if it's not the bottom, then I can add again later. Considering just exiting here. So I took a small loss on that, 40 cents on 5 shares, so $2. Yeah, I mean, I thought we'd get back up here to the low of this bar because it was a bad sell. We might get back up to the high close, but I just felt like I was hoping in here, and I thought, let me just exit with a small loss and then see if we form some kind of buy signal that I can actually get behind. But yeah, I gotta figure this out.